The truth is, we're discovering new resources far quicker than we're consuming old ones, and we have more than enough for every person on planet Earth to live in abundance without doing any more harm to the environment. Now, I know that most people believe the opposite to be true, because the resources we traditionally relied on, like oil and coal and steel, are in fact running out as they're non-renewable. We've been relying on non-renewable resources because until just recently, it's been cheaper to do so. But our increased awareness about the impact that we're having on the environment has spurred on scientists to look for more sustainable solutions because it's now finally profitable for them to do so. The fact is that since the scientific revolution and the inventions of money and credit which accompanied it, we have been able to create anything at all that we've wanted to help us shift forward to a better future. And here's just a few examples. In 1909, it was speculated that the maximum global population would be 2 billion people, as we couldn't produce enough food without agricultural technology. That's when we learned how to make ammonia, literally out of thin air, so that we could put nitrogen back into the ground to restore it, to increase its fertility and increase food production capacity. That's why you and I are so accompanied to such an abundance of food in the world today. It was at around the same time that we learned how to turn a then useless metal, tungsten, into the filaments for light bulbs, which enabled us to light up the nights and transform the world in a way so radical that we really can't even comprehend what it would have been like before then. We also learned how to turn copper into phone lines, and we learned how to free ourselves from the need for slaves by inventing engines and motors which were more cost-effective, more productive than our traditional muscle power, and allowed us to use the one muscle that we are most resourceful for. But I know what you're thinking. These are all things that we've done in the past. What is it that we can do today? Surely we've discovered everything. Well, leading scientists like Neil deGrasse Tyson speculate that we still really only know less than 5% of any field, so there's a lot to be discovered. One of the ambitious projects that we're working on right now across many different nations is ITER, where we're trying to reproduce the technology of the sun here on Earth, which will enable us to produce practically infinite clean energy using humble ocean water for fuel with no emissions. 1 cup of salt water will create more energy than a whole barrel of oil. Now, if you're looking for something more real-time, you can't go past my current hero, Elon Musk, who is the Steve Jobs of today. Elon Musk is single-handedly trying to convert every household and every vehicle on the planet onto renewable energy sources with his organizations Tesla and SolarCity. If you don't know about Elon, do some research on him. He's really changing things up. He also wants to see us establish a colony on Mars before he dies, using his organization SpaceX. Here in Australia, the CSIRO has learned how to turn the humble soybean into graphene that can be used to filter ocean water to create clean drinking water. That's right, abundant, clean drinking water for every person on the planet. They've also learned how to turn that soybean into a substitute product for steel, which we love to dig out from the ground in the form of iron ore at the moment. We're also creating AI and immortality, but I'm not going to get into those things right now. So the question is, if we have the capability to create utopia here on Earth right now, then why aren't we? And the simple answer is we're too used to just consuming our fixed traditional resources instead of investing in creating a better future. But the amazing thing is that those people who do step up and take ownership of investing also create for themselves financial freedom. Let me show you 4 steps that you can follow that will enable you to create a better future for everyone while securing your own financial freedom. Step 1 is to become aware of the things that you buy that you grow to resent. Resentment is the feeling to look out for because it always accompanies something that is unsustainable. Step 2 is to accept that this thing was the solution for a not too distant past. One-time use plastics are a great example. All of humanity had dreamed of a product that was so versatile, so abundant, cheap and durable as one-time use plastics. But today we're still stuck with the dreams of yesterday, when what we really want is the dreams of the future. It's not possible, nor should we aspire, to move back into the past, but it's possible to align with people who want to create a better future for us all. Finding alignment is nothing more than looking for trustworthy people who are capable of delivering a future that you want to see. It's very important that they're able to produce measurable results. More on this in just a moment. Step 4 is to take action and to show your support for these people, to get on side with them by investing in them. One thing that I personally resent today is paying for petrol for my car, maintaining it, and paying for its insurance. But it's not going to be long before it's going to be cheaper for me not to own a car and just press a button and see an autonomous solar-powered vehicle pop up on my driveway that'll take me anywhere I want to go while I'm in the back chatting on my phone or doing some work or just enjoying the view. There are lots of organizations who are helping create this solution right now, and their value is going to appreciate as we move into the future. One example of that is Tesla, which I already mentioned before, which has seen its shareholder value increase tenfold in the last 5 years. So creating abundant resources for everyone today is just like learning to make ammonia out of thin air. And the amazing thing is, when we learn to create something from nothing that's renewable, we create wealth for everyone here on planet Earth and financial freedom for ourselves. So our very next step is to pay more attention to the things we currently resent and are probably avoiding. And instead of avoiding them, to start to conjure up an image of the future that we would be excited to shift towards. Once we've got that idea in our head, we need to look for people that we can align with that are working on creating that. It's very important to use that previous thing I mentioned as a guideline, that this version of the future will either provide cheaper services or more value to consumers, as that'll help consumers be attracted to taking change. But before investing in anyone, it's crucially important that you can check that they're able to produce measurable results. My name is Joseph Andrew, and with the Revolutionary Investor Method, I show changemakers just like you how to find organizations that are capable of producing a future of our wildest dreams. You'll learn how to use proven tools to put your money to work so that you can create a better future for everyone while securing your own financial freedom. It's going to take global cooperation for us to solve the complex problems of the world today. So do yourself a favor and learn how to invest your energy so that it always appreciates as we shift forward into the future. Thanks so much for watching. I'm really grateful to be connecting with you. Let's shift forward together.